What's up, YouTube? It's your boy JunesEightyEIght, bringing the good, bad, and the oh so ugly. How y'all doing? Hope y'all doing fantastic. I don't know why I got my hands like this, but I'm gonna keep doing it anyway. Anyway, but y'all, I see everybody's feeling the videos I've been dropping about the tips and tricks for the independent artists. Make sure you share this with all your. Hold on, there we go. Make sure you share this with everybody. Like, yeah, if they're thinking about music or anybody that think about doing anything in the entertainment field, send them this video, because I touch on pretty much everything that I'm talking about applies to film, comedy, music, modeling. It applies. So I want to touch on two things and maybe a third. I don't want to get too winded. I don't want to make the video too long, but I want to start like this. Don't stop creating. That's the one thing I want to tell you. Start off by saying, don't stop creating. A lot of people, a lot of artists in the beginning think, oh, I could put this project out, cool, I'm going to chill, I'm going to do something else. I'm not going to do anything else. I'm going to just live life. I'm going to let this project do what it do. Excuse me. And that's just it. That's just it. I'm done. Like, I did this. I've done it. That's it. Cool. That's just what it is. A lot of people are like that. And me, I'm like, that irks me so bad. Like, what's the follow-up? Man, I ain't even worried about that right now, man. That's out. I'm chilling. It's cool. But man, you got it. No. I'm good. The project is out. I'm relaxing. I'm go sleep, go out of town, go here, there, just do what I got to do. But what about you? But I do what you got to do. And then 9 years later, 4 years later, you're dropping something else. I'm like, that bothers me. Like, why did you stop creating? You know what I mean? Why? Because me, I tell people, I always want to have something for people to enjoy, stuff for people to, I don't feel like I'm established enough to say this project's out, I can just kick back and chill. I don't have that luxury. I don't. I have a lot of music out, but I don't have enough to be like, yeah, I can just chill for a few years and just people. I hate that. I know people right now that still like drop music 4 years ago and ain't dropped an ounce of music since. I know somebody right now that's still bragging on, who still refers back to his old, so that, yeah, I got 1,000, I got 20, I got 2, 4, 5,000 on this song, and yeah, you can't be, yeah, you got it, but that's from years ago. What about right now? Can you drop something right now and do the exact same numbers that you did 4 years ago? Can you? Because if you can, then you got room to talk trash. You got trash to talk your smack. And I'm with it then. I ain't got nothing to say. But I told a girl I know, I said, girl, I've been listening to the same 4 songs for the past 4 years. You ain't dropped nothing since. And she's like, yeah, I know. I need to get back in the studio. Like, yes, you do. Yes, you do. I'm not going to hold back. Yes, you do. You got too much talent just to be wasting it trying to find yourself and, girl, put some goddamn music out. And I know you're going to say, oh, everybody's different. Yes, true, you got to find, especially with R&B and everybody, and even hip-hop, you got to be in that creative space. I do, too. Don't get it twisted. But I try to get in the creative space. I got to just turn on some beats and just listen until I vibe to something and start writing, jotting down ideas. Even if it ain't even to writing song, I'm still creating. I came up with this right here just to help people out. Independent artist, because my homegirl T, shouts to her again, her name is going to be dropped a lot in these videos, in these topics, because she's the one that gave me this idea. and she gave me a list of topics. I'm like, all right, let me just try to do. I did one video and it just turned into this. So it's like, even when the pandemic hit, I'm like, all right, we can't do shows. What can I do? I said, let me create something for everybody because I like to create stuff. I like to put people on different things. And I said, all right, let me do some IG Live stuff. I did it. I really didn't like it, so I stopped doing it. But the first one was a real good success, so I'm not really tripping. I can say I did something. The first one did great, so I'm not tripping. But it's like, I feel like people lose sight and they get comfortable, which ties to the next one. Don't get comfortable. Just don't, all right, cool, this is done, I'm chilling. Like, it's like I say, for what? Like, why you, like, it's like, oh, or even that, like, I dropped this project, I ain't gonna drop nothing else for the next 9 years or the next 4 years. Like, dude, but I'm like, then you ask me, oh man, Kendrick do it all. Kendrick ain't dropped nothing yet. Dude, you're not Kendrick. And a lot of things we gotta do, we gotta stop comparing ourselves to big name artists. They got the platform, they got the fan base. Like these Kendrick, Rihanna, Drake, Beyonce, they got the kind of fan base where it don't matter what it is. Once they drop a video today, it's gonna hit 20 million, 200 million views in a day. Soon as it drops, it's gonna go skyrocket up. It never fails. We trying to get to where they're at. It's now you're at the bottom, they're at the top. It takes a long time to get up there. They put in the work. And a lot of people get comfortable, like, man, I'm just not feeling. You gotta get in there. You gotta get into that feeling. You got to. You gotta force yourself into, like I said, you gotta force yourself to go out to get, when people say, put me on, nah, you gotta go out to these comedy clubs, you gotta go to these open mics, gotta go to these events. Even if you don't want to go, let me go. Let me just go. You know what I mean? Just do it. You just gotta go out and do these things. You just have to. It's just one thing you just have to. If you're serious about doing this, you're gonna make time. You're gonna make time. There's no time for excuses. There's no time to just sit back and just be like, I'm chilling. Cause somebody else could take your spot easily, like that, and you'll forget your afterthought. You know what I mean? It's like you working. Then and I get life hits you. Life can slow you down. That is true. But just because life slow you down don't mean you gotta stop creating. It don't mean you gotta stop doing what you're doing. I'm still passionate about this. I'm passionate about this. I want to do this. This is what I want to do with my life. I want to succeed with this. I want to make a name for myself. I ain't gotta be famous. I can be famous enough to where I can tour the world, go around the world. You can still be like underground and still tour. You know how many underground artists that still be touring? You know how many underground acts that be killing it? They ain't mainstream. You look at and they look at them like, man, why this person ain't mainstream? Why this person ain't? That's where I'm at. That's what I want to be. I'm cool with just that. If I can make money doing what I love to do with the people I love, that's all that matters. A lot of people get too focused on chasing goats. Now you trying to chase fame. But let me backpedal. I'm doing too much. I'm doing too much. But like I was saying, you got to make time for what you're passionate about. People make time. Like I tell people, I tell my boy this. You make time to go out. You got time to do everything else, but you ain't got the time to focus on your craft. What's the excuse? Then they say, oh, I have time. You got time to watch that Netflix series. You got time to watch that Hulu series. You got enough time to watch. Do everything else. But when it's time to do what you want to do, ain't enough time today. That don't make no sense. That don't make no sense at all. You know, that makes no sense at all. Like, you make time for everything else. But the one thing that you want to do, you put on the back burner. You doubt yourself. You don't know if you can do it, or you get content with where you're at in life and with what you're doing. Like, yo, what happened to that such and such you said you're gonna be doing? Ah, yeah, man, I just, blah, blah. Then you gotta yoke them up like, man, what's the excuse? They tell you it ain't even a good excuse. Like I said, my boy was talking about doing a podcast. He started doing it, but then he just fell off. And I got on like, bruh. I said, and this is my best friend. This is my brother. This is my brother. We talk all the time. Like, he tells me about every business move he trying to make. I tell him about everything music-wise I be trying to do. And, like, we really support each other. Like, yo, you my brother. I love you to death. But when I see you slacking, I'm going to check you. So I'm like, bro, we talk all the time. When I hit you up, you on the game. I hit you up, you had an event. Like, okay, you say you want to be the sportscaster, you want to do these sports podcasts, why aren't you doing it? Football season right around the corner. You missed all the basketball season. You didn't even do basketball season. You know what I mean? You see what I'm saying? Like, you do all this stuff. You're surrounding yourself. You running away from what you're trying to do. But then when you check them, it's like it's a different story. You know what I mean? Like, bro, you got to get on. You got to get on. And I know you're watching this video right now. And I know you're watching it. But that's not the point. It's like saying you got to make time for what you're passionate about. I can go on for days with examples. I got a partner right now, my boy JT. He's an actor. I'm like, bro, I'm so like I was like, bro, how do you do it? You make time. How do you how do you make time to be a father, a husband? Then you find acting gigs. Then you go on tour. Then you do all these things that I don't get how you do. And he looked at me in the eye like, bro, time management. I know how to manage my time. I just know how to spread myself around to make time for everything I want to do. And they're like, I know you're going to tell me something like some off the well type stuff like time management. This fool really said time management? That's all it takes is time management? And he got way more on his plate than some of the people I know. And I get on a buddy of mine like, bruh, you need to, bruh, he got way more on both our plates than what, ain't no excuse. There's no excuse. No. You got to get it. And I tell people, you got to get it done. Don't lose. Because I feel like once you get comfortable with something you put out, especially in music, you get caught up in the hype or you put it out and people are enjoying it. And all right, cool, I can chill. They can live off that music for a while. Then time starts passing. Time starts going. You know? You look up, you put a product out in 2015, you look up, it's 2022. Like, damn. When the last time you put something out, Playboy? Oh, man, I ain't putting nothing out in a while. Like, no, you haven't. You know what I mean? That's why I always say I always like to keep track of what I'm doing. All right, cool. I put a project out, and I'm going to wrap up in a minute. I always try to have a plan. Like when my first project ever dropped, Junes, where I was, all right, cool. Once I was like on the tail end of wrapping that project up, I had to start thinking about my next one. You know what I mean? And, all right, cool. And I didn't really get to do, I think, I missed my mark with, I missed my mark with a lot of stuff, you know, but I didn't, that's my fault. I can blame myself on that. I didn't go the extra mile. But I always had something ready for something else. Like after that, My Random Life came out, I was working on the next project. After that one, the next one. I always had something tucked off, ready to go when the time was ready. So I never had like, all right, what I want to do. What I want something to, all right, cool. And like now I got enough music out where I could take some time off. You know what I mean? Like I just wrapped up my newest project. It's done. It's done. I just got to put it out. I don't have a date for it, but I just got to drop it. You know what I mean? It's done. And I'm already thinking about the next project. I'm already thinking about it. I've already got in mind what it's going to be about, what the theme is, everything. You know what I mean? So it's like what they say, don't get caught slipping or lacking or whatever it's called. I'm not going to get caught lacking in the music. I'm always going to have something like, what you working on? Oh, I just dropped the project about 2 months ago, or 2 years ago. I don't want to be that guy. You know what I mean? I want to have up-to-date, current stuff. You can all go back and revisit my stuff. You can all go back. But I want to have something ready to go. I don't really, like I said, I don't think I have the luxury just to wait like a long time to put out some content. I don't think I have that luxury. And I can't wait till I can. I can drop a surprise album. Oh, heard June drop something? Yada, yada, yada. I can't wait till I get to that point where I can do stuff like that. But like I say, don't stop creating. Don't get comfortable. Don't do that. Don't. Because you're hurting yourself. No matter what field you're in. It's like saying if you're a fashion designer, right? And you put together your own fashion show. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. You went all out. It's like the most money you ever put into anything in your life. And the turn is amazing. You make back everything you put into it. And now you say, man, all right, cool, I did a great fashion show. Cool. Let me just chill for a while. I'm all about momentum. I'm all about momentum. Like once you get that momentum going, I was telling a friend of mine about that before, like, bro, once you get momentum going and people get behind you and really want to push you to the top and you get that, it feels good. It feels good when people hit you like, yo, when that next joint coming around? Oh, man, I got you. I got something. You know what I mean? I love that feeling. People ask you that, yo, when the next show or when the next project or what else you working on? Like, that feels good. Because like I always say, you ain't gonna get it just bumming it in your room or just doing it just to be doing it. Because if you doing it to make a career out of it, or you doing it just for the sport, aka I'm just doing it because I just love to do it. I'm really not trying to make a career out of it, but if something comes out of it, cool. But on this side, like you got the people like me, Guy, Marlene, Nicole, a bunch of people I know, like my boy C3, my boy Galaxy, he's a filmmaker. It's like, we really do this. Like, we really like the people that really do this. You know what I mean? We really do this. Like, we really want to take to the next level. This just ain't no thing that we doing it just because to do it. All right, cool. I can sing real good. I can rap real good. People like it. Boom. Nah. We really do this. We really do this. Like, but on the other side, you got people that just do it just to be doing it. Like, all right, cool, I can do this. If something comes up, it pops off. And that's fine. You're doing it for the sport. Like, all right, cool. But over here is the career. Like I said, that's just how it is. That's just how it is, man. You gotta know what you're doing it for. You gotta know. Don't get comfortable. Don't stop creating. And stop saying there's not enough time in the day when there's enough time. And like I said, you can make time to watch that Netflix show, that Hulu show, get on Madden, 2K, all this. Go out to the bar, go out to the club, go to the movies, make time for other stuff, and put your passion on the back burner. You can make time for that. You can make time for that. I'm JunesEightyEIght, and I approve of this message. I'm out. See you next week. Peace.